Every courtroom tells a story, but some stories reveal far more than a crime. Behind every sentence is a life shaped by addiction, deception, desperation, and the difficult pursuit of redemption. In this courtroom, every answer is tested, every excuse is challenged, and every decision can change someone's future forever. Today, we witness real courtroom proceedings where individuals stand before a judge to face the consequences of their choices. As hidden truths begin to unfold, the courtroom becomes more than a place of justice. It becomes a place where honesty, accountability, and second chances are put to the ultimate test. Watch closely, because every word matters, and every decision carries a lasting impact.
Ms. Sexton, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor.
All right, so we have some issues.
Yes, ma'am.
So why is it that you continue, because you're on probation for DWI third, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And you continue to use alcohol, that's a problem, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so how are you addressing those issues? You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And you continue to use alcohol, that's a problem, you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so how are you addressing those issues?
I'm go to Wisconsin and through AA just for one. I do 5 steps online, and I do my grief counseling also.
All right, could everyone please make sure you whisper? So where are you getting this alcohol from? Is it in the home?
No, ma'am, I left the home. I'm fleeing domestic violence.
Well, no, here's the question though. Where are you getting? It says you were staying with your daughter. That's the last report I have. So where are you living?
Right now, I'm just living with a friend. I've been in 5 different places since January 6th.
Why?
On December 4th, when I came home July 14th, on July 20th, they called me that they airlifted my son to the hospital. And he passed away 9 days later.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So I did use in August of last year. And I haven't used since.
No, okay, so here's the thing. You can't be moving from place to place to place to place and not informing probation where you're living. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Probation knows that I'm in a domestic violence situation. I just got a protective order and I brought all the paperwork so you can see.
all right, so here's the thing, and this is what I tell everyone about relationships. You really shouldn't be getting into any relationship until you've got yourself together. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying, I don't believe that domestic violence is your fault, but you got to concentrate on you and not concentrate on others and other relationships, because until you
Yes,
get
ma'am.
yourself together and find out who you are as a clean and sober person, you're not going to find a good relationship. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So where are you staying now?
That was my relationship for 33 years.
Okay, where are you staying now?
Off of Zazamora with Jennifer Gutierrez.
All right, so this is what I don't understand. Why were you staying with the friend if you've been in this relationship for 33 years?
Because when I buried my son in July, the mental abuse with me being sober, you sending me to state fees. With me being sober, it showed me that I was in a mental abusive relationship. I went to my daughter's and stayed because after the funeral, we lost her father within 3 weeks of losing my son. So I went and stayed with her to get away from the mental abuse and to try and figure out what I was gonna do. Because upon my arriving at home, they stole $8,000 out of my account, which I have the proof of, out of my account. So I didn't have the money to flee or to escape.
But here's something, what is your plan? Because I understand all of these issues that you're telling me.
Yes, ma'am.
But
So
based upon my experience, is that people who have drug and alcohol addictions, they have a lot of things to say. It's complicated. confusing, but it's not a direct point from A to B. So what are you doing? Because you're looking at going to prison if you don't get your life together. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So what exactly are you doing to get your life together and not use alcohol?
Legal aid has helped me to do the protective order. They're helping me with housing. And
But that's not addressing the alcohol issue. Here's the thing, I understand that you have outside things going on in your life. And I think it's great that legal aid is helping you. I think it's great that you're getting out of this relationship. But this is a criminal court. You're on probation for DWI third, and you continue to drink alcohol. And you have the leg injury. And even with the leg injury and being in a wheelchair, you're continuing to drink alcohol. So my concern is, one, when you're on probation with the court for DWI third, part of my duties is to see what I can do to protect the community. And that means protecting them from having somebody who's still using alcohol. So let's get to the point of, what are you doing to address your continued use of alcohol?
I do a lot of groups with Cicada, with Just for One and Nooners. I have my sponsor. I did use in August, thinking, burying my son, brought up my mother. And when I woke up, I realized that I messed up all my sobriety.
All right, so here's the thing. We're not doing any more excuses about your limited mobility as to why you can't do testing. So there's not to be any more mistesting from her. If there's another testing from you, what's going to end up happening, whether you have limited mobility or not, a warrant is going to be issued for your arrest because a motion to revoke is going to be filed and I'm going to sign it.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you will be at the Bexar County Jail with limited mobility.
I'm sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
don't mean to cut you off. I was bedridden and I wasn't able to get out of bed. But as soon as I could, I went to go see my probation officer, and I'm doing my UAs at the clinic now, at the mental health clinic. And I've already done one of last month.
So
I wasn't trying to miss them.
No, I understand what you're saying, but it amazes me that people with limited mobility, you can't do your UA testing, but you can find time to drink alcohol. So that's not going to happen anymore. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I understand about your domestic violence situation, and I appreciate that, and I internalize that and hear that. And I'm glad that you are working towards getting into an independent relationship with yourself. But you have to make sure that you do what's required of you for probation. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself at the Bexar County Jail.
Yes,
and I do understand that people have issues that are going on in their lives. I respect that. I internalize what's being said. But at the end of the day, you're on probation and you must do what's required of you on probation. And let me look here. Yes, if you violate your probation, you're looking at potentially 5 years in the prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And people will tell you that I'm very fair, but I've sent people to prison in wheelchairs before. And it's just that you'll take your wheelchair to prison with you and they'll provide you with your ability to move around at the prison. But I can't have you on probation for DWI third and you're not taking your test and you're continually to test positive. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is there anything else that you need from the court in order to hopefully be successful on this probation?
I was going to see if the court could waive my fees. I've been on my handheld monitor. I violated in August and I called Miss O'Neill as soon as it happened to let her know. And I asked her for help. So they sent me to the mental center. I haven't violated since. I haven't tested dirty. Due to the wreck, I couldn't UA from January till last month. But my financial struggles, I can't afford to pay. I begged, they're charging me from the time that I was locked up in safety on my Smart Start, and I'm having to pay $200 a month. And it's just hard for me to do it, and I begged them to have it, if they could do my regular fees for 135.
All right, Ms.
For
Sexton, you're
July.
wiping your eyes, but there are no tears there. Here's the thing, what's gonna end up happening is, we can see if she can be placed on indigent status as far as the device, or either deferred payments on the device. Just see if they're able to do that.
They can do deferred payments.
All right, so problem solved, deferred payments.
Okay, and my fees, I still have fees from the time that I was locked up in safety.
No, you need to pay your court fees. Here's the thing, I'll waive court fees for people when they've actually been successful in their probation.
I admit that I would.
Okay, all right, so once you've shown me that you can be successful on it, then the court will consider those other options, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so no more violations, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck. Probation's gonna go over new conditions with you.
Okay.
On behalf of your client?
We would ask for the court to follow the agreement. She is willing to do the probation. She is not currently employed, but she's seeking employment. She does have call center experience. She's hoping to get another work from home job at a call center and to help take care of her father, who is currently sick.
All right. So I have a question for you. You say you're taking care of your father, is that correct?
Not really. He's actually has cancer, so he's dying of cancer already.
I'm sorry, what?
He's dying of cancer. He has stage 4 liver cancer.
All right, so my question is, are you taking care of
No,
him?
ma'am.
That was a misstatement on my part, Judge. I guess I mean to spend time with him while she can.
All right. So here's the other question. When's the last time you had employment?
Last year at Speedy's Exchange. With Speedy Exchange, yes.
Doing what?
Call center, telephone representative.
All right, why do you continue to steal?
Because I haven't been able to get a job due to my
No.
felonies, my history. But I'm still seeking for employment, ma'am.
No, this is not the first time you're stealing. I'm trying to figure out your go-to is stealing. What if everybody who didn't have a job decided to steal? So you have prior theft cases, and they were all state jail felonies. So why do you continue to steal? And according to this, you've been stealing since 2014, and you just want to stop stealing. So you're stealing and you're using drugs. Why is this?
Well, the past, yes, my last ones, yes, ma'am. I was an addict. I'm no longer using. I've been sober for quite a couple of years already. I did have a fallback to say that one time with this recent case that I have. But I haven't picked up a charge since 2013 for theft. I've been
No,
I've been-
not since 2013, because you have this and this is from 2023.
right. That was the most recent one, yes, ma'am.
So
But
why do you
prior-
keep stealing? It's still not answering my question. I don't understand.
I was going through some personal issues at the moment with my kids.
With what?
With my kids being taken away.
Okay,
So I went to what I knew best.
but your children, were they taken away because you were using drugs?
No, ma'am, for allegations.
What allegations?
Of using drugs and then using drugs basically.
All right, for using drugs. So when were they taken away from you? And who are they staying with?
They've been adopted.
All right, so your rights were terminated. So here's my question. And you know yourself better than I know you, better than your attorney knows you. Do you really think you're going to do well at this probation? Because you had a choice to do what you needed to do and have custody of your children, and you chose to commit thefts and continue to use.
Yes, ma'am, because I did have to get my children back, but
I'm sorry, what?
yes, I do. I feel like the probation will be right. I will do my complete probation. I've completed probation before successfully. Again, I had a slip, I'm trying to go back to that stuff, I'm just trying to do right, but. Kind of hard.
And if you're drug tested today, and you will be, what is the results gonna be? Tell the truth.
I'll be positive for marijuana.
And what else?
Marijuana.
So you're telling me when you're drug tested today, you're only gonna be positive for marijuana? So if I send you across the hallway to get drug tested, I mean, that can happen today. And you're saying it's just gonna be marijuana? All right. We can have a drug test done. Is there anything you want to say before I send you to go do your drug test? All right, so I'm going to find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. We're going to recall this for tomorrow. She's going to do a drug test today.
You can tell her that.
I'm sorry, not tomorrow. We're going to, is there something she wants to say?
There is, yeah.
Oh, what would you wish to say to the court? I'm sorry, what? And what would that be? All right, so why are you playing games with me? Well, no, that means you were dishonest with the court. I asked you, what would you be positive for? You said marijuana, nothing else. I told you I could send you right across the hallway to get drug tested, and you said, please do. You know, send me. I'm not going to be positive for anything else. So now you're telling me it's going to be meth. When's the last time you used meth? All right. And what else? All right. And who are you living with? And how many children does she have living with her other than you?
No.
So if probation goes out there at that house, you're going to tell me that there are not going to be any minors at that house. So who all is in the house?
So it's just myself and my husband.
I'm sorry, who?
Myself and my husband.
At your grandmother's house.
My grandmother's deceased. She passed away last year in December, but it's her house. We were staying there at her house. It's her property.
So I'm confused. She said she's living with her grandmother.
No, she's living at her grandmother's house.
No, beforehand, she's like, I'm living with my grandmother. So now she's staying at her grandmother's house. And it's just her and her husband at her grandmother's house.
Yeah, I guess I missed the part where she said she was staying with her grandmother.
Okay.
I didn't hear that part. I just heard grandmother's house. But
So it's just you and your husband at your grandmother's house. And there are no children at that location. And how often is he using?
I think it is.
Okay, usually when people use, the people they're with usually use. All right, I'm gonna place you on probation, but I'm telling you right now, probation is gonna make visits at that location. Do you understand? All right. Court is gonna sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. Taking consideration AL 2181212. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. There's going to be a TAP evaluation. Follow all TAP recommendations. There's to be proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no contact with Walmarts, and that means any Walmart. There's to be no contact with Andrea Macedo, the MRT, CATS 1 and CATS 2. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. We can do a referral to felony drug court. You need to make sure you make all of those appointments to felony drug court. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution and 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Probation, is there anything else she needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you in this court to be successful.
Justice is not only about punishment, it is also about responsibility, truth, and the opportunity to change. Throughout these courtroom proceedings, we have seen how personal struggles, addiction, financial hardship, and dishonesty can shape the lives of those standing before the law. Yet every case reminds us that while circumstances may explain our choices, they do not erase accountability. As the courtroom doors close, the decisions made here continue to affect victims, families, and entire communities. Some individuals will leave with another chance to rebuild their lives, while others will face the consequences of repeated mistakes. In the end, the courtroom is more than a place where verdicts are delivered. It is where lives are confronted with the truth, and where every choice determines what happens next.